Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft YouTube tutorial. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make a welcome message for your Minecraft worlds, servers, or realms. So I hope you guys like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so as you can see there are four setups right here, but we'll mainly focus on this one, the simple setup, because this one has the most essential commands to what we are trying to do. These other three are more of customizing the commands depending on how you want it to use it on your worlds. So let's get right to it. As you can see, if I flick this lever, as you can see, it displays the message the player Elite0301 has joined for the first time. So how does this work? The first command is a repeat unconditional, and this should be always active, but for display purposes, it is on needs redstone. So the command is execute as at all, tag equals exclamation mark, new, run tellraw at all, rawtext text the player selector at s has joined for first time. So you can customize this as much as you want. Maybe you want it to display something else. Maybe you don't want it to go the player has joined for first time. Maybe you want to go, oh, this player has joined for the first time. Welcome him. Or maybe you want enjoy your stay. Maybe you want to change the greet message. You can do that. So anyways, the next command is a chain, conditional, and always active. So this one is the one that adds the tag new. So as you can see, it's a tag at all tag equals exclamation mark new add new. So basically, in essence, this command runs as a run the tellraw, and then it tags them so it doesn't spam anymore. So that's about it for the simple setup. So if you guys want to customize it, I will show you right now. So this is one of the example setups you can do with the welcome message. So if I were to flip this lever right here, as you can see, it still says the player Elite0301 has joined for the first time, but this time it also gives me items. So the command is basically the same thing. It's still a repeat, unconditional, and this should be always active as usual, but for display purposes, it is on its redstone. So you can see it's still the same thing. It's an execute as at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, run tellraw at all. So you can see it's still the same thing. I'm not going to explain that anymore because I have already explained it. So the next command is basically a chain, conditional, and always active, and it's a give at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, leather helmet. So basically this is the same thing. So this one's a leather helmet, as you can see. This one's a leather chest plate, this one's a leather leggings, and this one's a leather boots. And the final command is going to be the same thing. It's a chain, conditional, and always active. And the tag at all tag equals exclamation mark new add new. So as you can see, it's just a give at all items. So as long as you don't have the tag new, it will give you the item. So let me show you another example setup you can do. So this is another example setup you can do with the welcome message. If I were to flip this lever, as you can see, it's a bit more pizzazz. It has this whole look at me look. So the player Elite0301 has joined for the first time. Be sure to give them a warm welcome. And the command is a repeat, unconditional, and they should be always active as usual. But as usual, it's on each redstone for display purposes. So you can see this command is still the same thing, but this time I've added a line break. Line break, be sure to give them a warm welcome emoji. So you can get these emojis from a website. You can copy paste them. So I will paste down the link to the website where you can check out what the Unicode characters are for these emojis, or if you want, you can just copy paste the emojis itself. I'm not sure if you can use it in a console device or Nintendo. I'm not really sure. But for me, I use a PC, so I can just copy paste it. So for mobile as well, you can copy paste it in mobile as well, so there's no problem there. I'm not sure about the other devices though. Anyways, let me show you the command. Next command, as usual, is a chain, conditional, and always active. So it's still a tag at all, tag equals exclamation mark new add new. So basically, it's just a modified version of the simple setup. Basically, only the first command changed. I basically just added a bit more pizzazz to it by adding line breaks and emojis. So let me show you another example setup. So this is another example setup. This time, I have combined my player counter into the command. So if you watch my video, the player counter display, it displays how many players are online in the current world right now. So as you can see, the command is still the same thing. It's a repeat, conditional, and it should be always active. But this time, I have added a delay in ticks for 20 because the problem here is if I put it on 0 ticks, the problem with the player counter display is it's a bit delayed. It has this delayed effect, so it's gonna give a -1 to the player online count whenever a player joins. So it's not gonna be an accurate number. But if you add 20 ticks to it, whoever joined it will still display the same amount of players. That's why it has a 20 delayed tick. It's not really gonna affect the command that much. You will barely notice it at all because it's just a 1-second delay. So anyways, the command is a execute as at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, run tellraw at all. So you see the same thing all the way up to another line break, players online, and then this is where the scoreboard comes in. So for me, my scoreboard objective is player counter display, and then I use my player count right here. So if you've already watched my video, as you can see, it's the same thing right here in the slash action bar for title role, I believe. So as you can see, you can just copy paste the same thing here. So if I were to turn it on, as you can see, player Elite Rookies has joined for the first time. Be sure to give them a warm welcome. Players Online 1. So if I were to join in an alt account, let me show you how it works. And as you can see, it displays now Players Online 2. There's an accurate amount to how many players are in the world right now and welcoming the same player as well. So you can also add other commands to it. Maybe you want to use a different scoreboard. Maybe you have one that counts how many players are there in your world right now, how many players have joined your world. I use a how many players have joined your world for one of my welcome message in my SkyGen. If you want a tutorial on that, I will show you guys how to make a player counter to how many players have joined your world. That is, if you guys want one. Anyways, as you can see, the commands are pretty much the same thing. As you can see, it's a chain, conditional, and always active. It's a give at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, leather helmet, chest plate, leggings, leather boots, and then a stone sword. And finally, a chain, conditional, and always active, a title at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, title, welcome to the world. You can use a title raw if you want to customize it and give it objectives as well. But for me, I stick to this simple title, welcome to the world. So finally, last command is of course a tag at all, tag equals exclamation mark new, add new. So you can add customizable items to it. Maybe you want to add a guidebook. You'll have to use a structure block to it, copy the item, and then use a command that loads the structure into the player as execute as a position as the player. So anyways, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You can copy paste the commands. I will paste it in the description down below. And if you guys like and subscribe, and that's about it for the video. Goodbye.